Okay, so I'm watching this area of interest from 62,080 to 62,086. I need the price to move above this point and use this as support and move further up towards 63,000 and further up. So initially this was the criteria for the swing trade. I said for the previous week, okay, we need the price above 61,000 before the Friday's close. So as we were very near the close of the Friday, we started moving back up. This was the point I streamed on Friday. This was the I took a single trade from this position. This was the next buy zone. It was all mentioned on the stream, and this was the criteria which was a problem. I said, okay, I need the price to not get rejected from this point and move further back up. So the criteria for the swing trade was once we move above 61,700, I need to take a swing trade towards the upside. So I took a swing trade towards the upside, and this is the partial position I'm running currently. 2 days was really good trade. I This was areas of interest were mentioned multiple times during the previous streams in the past week, and I once said, care once we move above this area of interest, I want the price to move further back up for a swing trade, which would be a good risk to reward trade. So and before the Friday's close, so everything was really perfect. The next thing I mentioned in the previous week was about the gold. Okay, so I think turned out literally perfect. So this was the area of interest I mentioned about the gold. Okay, I have this on your chart. Okay, with the 28 size font. The next area of interest was 627. From 627, look how we reacted and where we are now. The overall narrative was not to short the gold market, and this is the area of interest for taking a swing trade long and no shorts. It was very precise. This was the day for the CPI, moved up, chopped it down between these 2 points, then used this other area of interest which I mentioned. If you miss out on this trade because of the probable volatility you will experience, re-enter at this point. My goodness. So this was for the gold. And the next thing, the Bitcoin, the gold. What was about the Nasdaq? Nasdaq is chopping around, still chopping around. Then the next thing, the dollar index. So you can see we are way above the area of interest, and I wanted the price to go below this point. So as we are invalidating my area of interest or the criteria, I'm expecting the dollar to be more bullish than bearish. So in the coming week or two, I can expect some sort of a downtrend in the market, but I can expect because of the dollar index. It's a general gauge of the market, and it can bring the whole market down. The volatility index was also correct. Okay, one more thing. If the price comes to this point again, if the price comes back to 61,000 or 61,300 to 61,800, I would be taking another swing long and aiming for higher time frame extremes, which would be 65,000 least I can expect from this area. 65,000, taking the major highs or the lows. Major highs or the lows. So these things you should have on your chart and use them as a area of interest. So as for now, I'm looking at this specific this price, 62,778, 62,870. Once we move above this price, the price can use this box as support, and I'll be taking a scalp towards the upside. And the scalp. Sadia, nice, bro. Nice. Okay. So 12K from 1800 points is not bad risk to reward, right? See how perfect I caught the bottom on the Fridays when I opened the stream from this point. So where did you execute it? 61,400 was nice. Hmm. Hmm. Nice. Okay. So just think of this like we are going to continue this and uptrend towards the upside, and further we'll move towards 65,000. The main problem or the decisions you have to make along the way, you have to think about these things care, if it's going to come back to 61,800, or it's just going to, the pullback is going to be deep or not. Okay, it's up 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 up, down down, up 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 up, down. So overall you can take the narrative of an higher time frame uptrend. So meanwhile I'm taking some scalps. So this is my one third of the position, right? So initially I executed here from this point 61,600, got out to 62,300, right? This is the remaining part of my position and I'm letting it run, and I'm just waiting for today's closing. If we get a good ass closing, then I'll add to my position at the areas of interest. If the price comes above 62,700 and 62,875, I'll add to my position taking a scalp. I'm not expecting much from this area of interest. Yes, it can move further up because it's an uptrend, but generally speaking, I'm interested in taking a scalp long 300 400 points from this area of interest, but we need to move above this. Otherwise, we can create a no man's land from this point to my entry position. Okay, everything that's happening here, I given out 1800 points trade. Basically, this was mentioned multiple times in the previous week. KR, once we move above this area of interest, the green box, I'm taking a swing long from this point. कैसे हो गणेश यार okay, Ganesh, you missed out on the Friday stream. It was good. Say, initially we took a scalp long from this area. Okay, यहाँ से हमने एक scalp लिया, उसके बाद ये next area of interest था, and then दिस वॉज द ओवरऑल टारगेट जो हमने स्ट्रीम के दौरान ही अचीव किया. पहले इधर गए, दूसरा ये वाला था, और फिर देन आई मेंशन किया आई नीड द प्राइस टू नॉट गेट रिजेक्टेड फ्रॉम दिस ग्रीन रेड बॉक्स and move to the green box. Once we move above this box, I'm going to take a swing long. Okay, that's nice. So you remember everything I mentioned. We going to take a swing long and expecting a higher time frame trend towards the upside. So this was the narrative. This box was not the thing I mentioned only yesterday. This is an old box from 1st of the October, right? This was the area of interest I was targeting from this point, if you understand. If you go and watch the 30th September stream, I was aiming, this was the selling zone. We were aiming to 61,000. Okay. The moment we reached to this point, I was not more bearish after that. We chopped around, chopped around. Meanwhile, I showed some streams taking scalps, right? Okay. So, and then comes the day. We took a short to this point. We took a short to this point. Okay, so everything I mentioned literally was, it cannot be more perfect than that. Okay, once you also remember, once I said okay, we move below 61,000, we are going to 58,000. Okay, you remember 58,000, we move back to 58,000. So everything was perfect. So I took a long from this point, right? 1800 points. This is the partial position, and I'm just letting it run. If we, for example, if we come to this point again and it knocks me out, I don't have a problem with this because we are coming back to my buying zone again. This is a hedge trade. Okay, insurance or a hedge trade that the price do not leave without me. Okay, if it does not give me a deeper pullback and it runs without me, I should have at least a single order here. So this is an insurance trade, and if it knocks me out, it's okay. Okay, and it knocks me out, it's showing some sort of weakness and comes back to this point, I'll take another swing long from this point. So with a one third, basically three times the position I'm carrying right now. Okay, as for scalps, I want the price to move above this. This is a very key point which is going to break the downside weakness we are experiencing from the start of the day. I want the price to move up from this point and use this as support, not get rejected from this point and move further back up. I'll be using this as my assumed risk. This is the risk I'm going to assume once we move above this point. The risk would be about 90 points, which is an ATR of 15 minutes, so that's nothing relative to the reward I can expect from this area. That would be about 100, 200 or 300 points. Or you can just trail it hoping that it continues further towards the upside, because generally speaking it's an uptrend. गणेश तुम हो ना, बस क्या फर्क पड़ता है। यार मैं ये सब कुछ वैसे भी फ्री में कर रहा हूँ, तो मेरे को इतनी मतलब जिसने देखना है, जिसको समझ है, परख है, वो समझ जाता है। बिकॉज दिस इज नॉट द फर्स्ट टाइम मैं टॉप्स एंड बॉटम्स पिक कर रहा हूँ। ओके गणेश, यू रिमेंबर गोल्ड, this is every day. Ganesha, you remember I mentioned this gold care, have this on your chart. Like, look at the font, 28 font. What I mentioned about this specific area, I said KR, I need the price. Hana, I want the price to move further up, taking a swing trade from this area of interest. And if you remember one more thing that I said, if you experience some sort of volatility and you miss out on this trade, this extreme trade, you can use this as an area of interest again, okay, 62,000, and expect the price to move further up. We are how many points on gold? It's on gold. It's 50 points on gold is not easy. As you may know, those who have traded gold knows that it's hard even to get 10 points on gold. So, yeah. As we are below this area of interest, I am thinking that we might come back to this point, but will that assumption make me close this trade? No, I'm not close this trade because this is an insurance trade that is ensuring me that if the price does not give you a deeper pullback, so I can not get in and it runs without me, so that would be really messed up. I do not want the price to run without me, so that's a single contract and the partials have closed. So you see, if it comes to this point again, okay, if you missed out on the trade, no problem. Everybody who is watching me, you can have this on your chart again. I'm gonna mention this again. 61,767. This coordinates, just place a box on these coordinates. 61,767 and 61,532. These are the two areas I'm watching as for now. Okay. गणेश साथ नहीं है ये ऊपर कमेंट्स में. Bro, he executed like nice. Sadi made about 12K. Smart guy. Okay. If we come back to 61,771 again, I'll be taking another swing long, expecting another 2,000 or 2,500 points from this area. Sir, can you explain me what is an EC and why such a little bit different opinion? Yeah, ECN and non-ECN. Basically, in a sense, के non-ECNs is maybe is I think non-ECN they trade against you, like they're the liquidity providers, right? And the ECN brokers they connect the buyers and sellers through the internet. So one trades against you, basically he buys or sells against you. Whenever you're buying, he is selling, right? He is the one who is providing liquidity to you, so he is trading against you. So, and the other one puts the orders in the interbanking system. But majority of the orders are not put into the interbanking system of the retail, so you don't have to worry about all of this here. If the spread is low, that's fine. You know, all you have to know about is price. People will market their brokerage through care. It's easy and it's not. Yeah, it does makes a difference, a lot of difference with spreads. But overall, if you know, for example, if I know this is the bottom, right, and my stop would be like 20 points below, right? How far they can widen the spread? Generally speaking, or if somebody is like trading against me, he's gonna lose because the uh, yeah, you can use I use XNS no, I use XM. I used to use XNS, but I'm not currently using XM and some prop firms have no fucking stability, yeah. Every prop firm that pops out will go down, bro. There's a problem I used to like, which was I probably mentioned this problem to you, which was Alpha Capital. Now they are fucking. You know what really bothers me that the major influencers, like the podcasters, they are not you. They are all YouTubers. When they come to advertise these things, it all goes down to the drain. So Alpha Capital is rejecting a lot of payouts. They're like not good. I used to like that firm. So directly trade with the institution. No, ECN they will say okay, they don't trade against you. They'll connect you with another buyer or the seller in the market, right? So, but you don't have to worry about all that. You have to worry about the price. The price is king. Even if anyone's against me, I don't care. Any bank is against me. I'll take. For example, if I'm willing to buy my position at 61,800, I'll buy it here regardless. I don't know what's happening in the order book and anything. I don't care. I'm gonna buy it here because that's the probable bottom. I'm thinking as for now, because once we reach there, I'll read the price and how is it reacting, then I'll execute. But generally, approximately, this is what I think that the bottom is, so I'll execute here. So if someone's against me, he does not know, so he lose regardless if he's trading against me or whatever. So these are marketing gimmicks. Funder Pro. Nah, no one provides real funds, Ganesh. Just to be very, very clear, no one provides real capital to you. No one. Majority of the brokers you trade are in the demo accounts. Even if probably your own broker. Okay. They don't place your order into the interbanking system, no. Because statistically speaking, if the 80% of the accounts, the retail accounts are gonna lose, any 80% statistics does not come from a year or two. It comes from a like a whole history, like 50 years, 30 years of data. So it's really significant. Think about it. If a majority of the people are already losing money, Why would they pay the fees and everything? They keep it to themselves. The fees are just tactics to take money from you. The spreads are like, until and unless you have a huge size that they cannot cover or you are risk to them, so they would put you in a certain category. Then they'll obviously, because they cannot take a huge risk because you have a large as amount which they cannot handle, then they will. I'm talking about the brokers, right? If you have a $100 $1,000 account, you're gonna blow anyway, and if you don't have a trading history with them, so why would they put your orders further? Okay. Statistically speaking, if you are trading for the first time or you are broke, like any amount of time, like for example, if you have deposited $1,000, the longer you trade, the more likely you are going to lose the money anyways, right? This is Kelly criterion. Ganesh, you should know about the Kelly criterion. It's useful for lot sizing and making a strategy. Okay, boys. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Otherwise, I will leave. Uh, how much money have you made from the markets? यार अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह यार गणेश अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह हो जाता है गुजारा हो जाता है यार अभी तक यार गज़लियन एयर तो नहीं बना लेकिन ये है कि आई हैव अ सिस्टम जिसके अंदर फ्यूचर ट्रजेक्टरी तो बहुत अच्छी है अभी ये है कि लॉट साइजिंग जो है मेरी और मेरे सिस्टम्स पे मैंने जो है ना समझें कि पिछले 5 मतलब कि इनिशियल 5 ईयर सिस्टम्स बिल्ड किए उसके बाद ये है कि 3 ईयर्स से प्रॉपर एग्जीक्यूशन वगैरह कर रहा हूँ तो समझो कि पहले अगर मैं कर रहा था ना अगर मेरे पास फर्स्ट 5 ईयर्स की मेरी इनकम जितनी होती थी उससे 4 टाइम्स ज़्यादा है और ये होता है कि 4 टाइम्स 5 टाइम्स ये तो सारा कुछ डिपेंड करता है लॉट साइजिंग के ऊपर लॉट साइजिंग एंड पे आता है द बेस इज योर सिस्टम इफ़ यू हैव अ रोबस्ट सिस्टम यू कैन make like 100x more than what you're making right now but it all depends on the system you're operating on so a system is a gold mine basically अच्छा तो ओके बॉयज मैं चलता हूँ And if you have any questions, but overall you can take how and much have you invested in prop firms. यार prop firms में ये होता है कि मेरे पास prop firms की इस तरह है कि स्ट्रैटेजी है. स्ट्रैटेजी के अंदर लॉट साइजिंग होती है. अब जिस तरह अगर लेट्स सपोज के मेरे पास अगर चलो सिंपल कर लेते हैं, अगर 10K का कोई अकाउंट है या 100K का अकाउंट है, तो उसके अंदर मेरी एक सर्टेन लॉट साइज़ होती है और सर्टेन अमाउंट ऑफ पॉइंट्स होते हैं. सही है. तो वो चैलेंज पास करने के अपनी स्ट्रेटजी है. उसके अलावा फिर जब पास हो जाता है तो मेरा इनिशियल टारगेट होता है कि जितना मैंने इसके अंदर जो फीस पे इन्वेस्ट किया है 3 टाइम्स उस फीस को निकाल लूँ. तो फिर उसके बाद मैं अपना लॉट साइज़ बढ़ा देता हूँ. तो ये मतलब कि मैथमेटिकली करेक्ट है. वंस यू गेट द अमाउंट इन्वेस्टेड 3x, उसके बाद यू मतलब मेरा ये होता है कि यार द लॉन्गर आई ट्रेड विद देम और द मोर पे आउट्स आई डिमांड फ्रॉम देम, द मोर लाइकली दे आर गोइंग टू रिजेक्ट इट. क्योंकि यार 2 से 3 दफ़ा 4 दफ़ा के बाद दे ट्राई टू स्कैम यू. तो ओवरऑल ये होता है कि यार फिर वंस यू गेट द अमाउंट 3x, you can YOLO them on them. So growth का कोई सीन नहीं है उसमें. Then you can invest the remaining amount in the XM or your own broker. Okay boys, यार वैसे overall narrative is the same. 61,784 से लेकर 61,538. If we come back to this point, I'm going to buy this again with a huge lot. So okay.